name is Guy Crims, partner at the butcher shop by Niku Steakhouse in San Francisco. I've been in the beef industry since I was 14, since 1984. I've had the privilege and honor of working with many beautiful proteins in my career, and most notably Japanese Wagyu within the last decade. There is Japanese black Wagyu. 90% of the production herd in Japan is Japanese black. There are 3 subcategories of the genetic line within black. The most notable, the reason why Japanese black is preferred breed in Japan is due to the fact of the striated and intermuscular marbling, and that these animals, when harvested properly and fed properly, that they will produce buttery, creamy, sweet umami notes throughout all of the intermuscular marbling from nose to tail. Japanese brown is a rare breed. Not much of that product comes to the United States. They're also called Japanese red. Low production, also known for their firmness and tenderness. They do marbleize almost like the black, but there is distinct differences in the flavor, texture, and taste. Japanese pulled, that is a crossbreed between a Japanese black and an Aberdeen Scottish cow. A very amazing breed, recognized in Japan as a purebred in 1944. Also has those nice umami flavors, very Wagyu beef forward, tenderness and texture. Definitely has a good bite and chew to it. Japanese shorthorn, once again, very small production Wagyu in Japan. Also has the characteristics of very beef Wagyu flavor forward with tenderness and texture, which rivals the pulled. So the difference between Japanese Wagyu and Wagyus that we tend to see in other parts of the world, most notably the United States, Australia, and New Zealand, is that Japanese Wagyu is purebred, whereas in other parts of the world, the beef is a combination of a Japanese Wagyu bull mated generally with a black Angus cow. Japanese Wagyu is traced throughout its entire cycle of life, from birth to harvest. Each animal has its own certificate that comes for the authenticity and traceability back to Japan. Individual identification number, what happens is that when you either look up the code or scan the item with each box or each piece of meat, it goes back and shows the maternal bloodline, the paternal bloodline, and also the name of the animal, the birth date, the harvest date, and it also shows a nose print, 100% identifying it as that particular animal, so that there's no question about the authenticity about the product that you're purchasing. With the individual identification number that comes with each animal that comes out of Japan, there's always a certificate that comes with that animal, denoting the maternal and paternal bloodlines, as well as the animal's first name, his father's first name, and mother's first name. And always, more often than not, you'll have a nose print of the animal. This not only serves to show the amount of care that goes into the production of each animal, but also goes to show the authenticity of how this animal came to us, and also shows proof that this did come from Japan. The certification that we just showed has the ability to further the education to the guests and their experience. A lot of guests that buy Wagyu like to know where their food is coming from, and allows them to do more research and adds validity to their purchase. It is a luxury purchase, and the clients generally that buy Wagyu definitely want to know where their products are from, which allows them to go online and trace these products and further educate themselves, and also engage with the supplier in a much more interactive way. The Japanese Wagyu marbling system is a very complex system, unlike anything that we have here in the United States. for our own processing. Japanese Wagyu scores for their different grading system has to do with color, brightness, marbling, to get the different denotations between the fat and the ratio to meat, which generally a lot of us recognize A5 as being the highest grade, but there are other grades, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All of these beefs are just as incredible in their own right. It's not a lesser grade. It's a grade that can be understood only through taste, and all of this different products, all the way they're processed, all the way they're harvested, from the food they eat to the farms they come from, really showcase the farmer, their attitudes, but also in turn that process comes into the grading and what is desirable and what product goes where. There's many important aspects of Wagyu and Wagyu distribution in the United States, but number one is the care, love, and respect of the animal in Japan, from the farmer to the way the farmer handles the land and how they definitely bring these items all together and treat it in a pure art form for something that gets to our tables. I think as a consumer, most definitely have to deal with reputable sources, and education is key. Your supplier should be able to, on a restaurant level or at a retail level, should be able to answer any question that they have about this product. It's very important to realize that the Japanese, as they have in all aspects of their culture, be it art, be it architecture, calligraphy, fashion, that they've taken things to the next level. They have spared no expense with doing the same thing with the animal husbandry that's gone forth, and years of planning, practice, and farming that brings this beautiful creature to our tables. I just wanted to thank you all today for taking the time and allowing me this opportunity to discuss the different aspects of Japanese Wagyu and how it might inform decisions at your dinner table, at your restaurant, or any of your wholesale outlets. Thank you again.